That's it. It's over. First week of Texas high school football is the playoffs is in the books. We know who is the by-district champions. And unfortunately, it's not the Central Bobcats this year. James, we're going to get to the Central Bobcats. We're going to dive into it and get really in-depth with it. But, man, how disappointing is it to see the Bobcats are out in the very first round of the playoffs?
It's incredibly disappointing. I mean, I'm sure those guys feel it. You know, they got into track meets all year. They got into high-scoring affairs all year long. And
they made it to ESPN.
Yeah, you just couldn't finish this year. I want to see all these. I hated seeing Miles Sterling City play in the first round. So, this is just, it sucks. Losing sucks. If you don't think losing sucks, then get out.
Exactly. It sure does. So let's go ahead and get into the game so people can see exactly what it was. This was not a runaway game, though. The Bobcats stayed in it the whole time. We're going to do it from the start to the finish. So here is the beginning with the very first kickoff of the game. El Paso Eastwood, man, they played really good tonight. This team, did really well in their district play. And they showed why tonight. It was just about, a couple of players who really just kind of scorched this Central defense. Right here, this is the first drive for the Bobcats. He's going to throw it out, catch it, first down. Another one here, but almost a fumble, kind of a weird exchange. Bobcats had a big time tonight dealing with the turnover bug.
They're in the first half of the game. They had 2 or 3 turnovers?
Yeah, and then, of course, they had a couple down the stretch at the end of the game as well. Zero's still at 10 minutes in the first quarter, but that's about when things start to change. El Paso Eastwood, big run right there, powerful run by their quarterback, and here's another one by a running back. But these quarterback runs really set up what would be multiple big-time plays on just a fake quarterback draw with a running back running right up the seam. I think here's that example. Yep, takes a step up, makes the linebacker bite, just throws it over the top of him, and he goes and scores. That's going to be the first one of their 61 points that the Bobcats gave up tonight. Here's a good one, though. There was moments of good things that happened. Here's one of them. Jacob.
That's Jacoby Yates.
Jacoby Yates takes this one 98 yards. Bounces to the outside right there, makes the kicker miss. That's a 98-yard touchdown kickoff return by the Bobcats to tie it up at 7 apiece. 6 minutes in the first quarter here. A little run here by the running back. They had trouble making tackles tonight. Kind of what we saw the whole year from the Bobcats.
Yeah, that running back's a sophomore, too. He's a good one. Oh, he might be too.
There's a throw right there for a touchdown, going to make it 14-7 at this point. Tyler Hill going to fake like he's going to take it, but instead he actually moves to the punter position tonight. Gets a good punt. They hit it in stride, though, and a good punt return here. Takes it past the 50 all the way to the 45, 47-yard line. Here's a 3rd and goal now. Bobcats need to get a stop here. Multiple times in this game did it get to 3rd or 4th and goal. But unfortunately, that defense just couldn't come up with the stops when they needed it. Here's just a wheel route out of the backfield by that running back. Touchdown. That's 21-7 at this point. 3-score game early in this one. Bobcats tried to battle back. Here's Tyler Hill once again taking the snap. Senior, last time he's going to be taking the snaps. Fumble right there, picked up by Eastwood. That's going to be the first turnover by the Bobcats of the night.
You get in the playoffs, you can't do that. They're all good teams at that point.
They were really good all season long about not turning over the football. But tonight, it was finally that night where, those explosive plays and stuff kind of evened out with the turnover ratio. Here's that same pass we saw earlier.
Second time.
Just that fake quarterback draw those linebackers in, dump it right over the top. 28-7 at this point. Here's Tyler Hill going to take a run for himself. Makes one miss, as he usually does. Nearly splits 2, gets to about the 42-yard line. One thing you can say about this Central Bobcat team is that Tyler Hill is that dude. I mean, he's made plays for him all year long, whether it be on the ground or in the air. I mean, this guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback where anytime that he has the football in his hands, he could score.
He probably had well over 250 yards in this game.
Yeah, he played really well. Here's an example. Bounces out to the outside, finds the corner, touchdown. 28-14 at this point.
Quarterback Tyler Hill on the keeper.
A lot of people showed out to El Paso from San Angelo. That's a long, long drive. 28-14 at this point. Bobcats have the football. Looking around, changing plays. Tyler Hill takes it. Makes the handoff, looks downfield, steps up in the pocket, and throws it deep to find Jacob English wide open for a touchdown.
Like a 60-something yard touchdown?
Yeah, 28-21 at this point. They brought it to a one-score ball game. Can they hold on? We'll find out.
Troopers at the 26-yard
28-21, still second quarter here. Takes the snap, looks for it, does that same move like he's gonna fake it. That running back, that play right there killed him all night long. And then right here, he just puts him on skates, making him look every other direction before finally picking where he's gonna go score. Let's make it 35-21 at this point.
The 3 times they've run that play, they've scored.
Yeah, yes, that's tough, man. But it's because of that threat that quarterback could take off, and you know, that's just they bid on it.
And look, that's Central doing the same thing back to Eastwood there. That was Tyler Hill acting like he's gonna go and then
Takes
taking
off.
off. You know, that's
It's making a decision. You know, it's giving that quarterback the option whether he wants to throw the ball or, hey, maybe we put it on the ground and run. 35-28 at this point, late in the second quarter. Eastwood was able to put it in, 42-28. And then a punt by Central, which looked like, man, we really needed to get something on that drive. It looked like it may have been kind of blocked or pooched. Hit 26 on the foot. Live ball. Central gets on top of it, takes it over. That's a good way to make up a turnover right there. Refs are going to talk about it, and they will end up agreeing. Central football on about the 25-yard line.
Coach in Orange was sure saying it was Central football.
42-28 at this point. Central needs to stay in this game. Takes the snap, looks back. Finds his man to the right on a little comeback. But at this point, 3 of them on him. One of them rips it out. Fumble.
We're going to disagree on that call.
I would probably too.
I would
By the way, that's the
disagree on
second fumble of the night for the Bobcats. 42-28. Can they get a stop? Are they going to be able to stay in this ball game? Kind of was a stretch all night. He had to play the comeback game all night long. Here's another play here. Takes the snap, has to roll up, but we got a sack on the defensive line. Sacked him so hard his helmet fell off.
This is the second half here.
Yeah, we're starting the second half right now.
Our own Joe Hyde kind of switched up his spot some.
I'm in. A little closer action to see what's going on.
They're on the 1-yard line.
Handoff there, barrels through.
Pounds it in.
Touchdown. Touchdown Bobcats on their first drive of the second half. 49-35 at this point, but anything is possible. Tyler Hill looking, decided to keep it himself, but sacked near the 50-yard line.
50-yard line.
Still 49-35 at this point. This is right after that sack. Let's see how they respond.
About 4 minutes left in the third quarter here.
Tyler Hill looking, throws the deep ball. Can he find him? Oh, right off of his hands.
That's
no good.
That's his go-to down there.
Yeah, those two have been the duo that nobody wants to face right there with Jacob English and Tyler Hill.
We're gonna see him hook up again in this one. Show you why people didn't want any of that smoke.
So handoff right there to the running back, breaks 1, misses 2, splits a defender, and finally tackled down at about the 34-yard line. Still 49-35 at this point, but Eastwood looks like they're about to pound it in. Takes the snap right here, quarterback keeper.
We're here in the fourth quarter now.
And just walks it in there.
It's getting down to crunch time. You know, Central needs to figure this out.
Trouble tackling would be one of the key issues that the Bobcats had tonight. Right now, after that score, 55-35. I think it's 56-35, 21-point ball game after the extra point. Here's a Tyler Hill run. He breaks one. He's got room, and you know if Tyler Hill has room, he's going to make something out of it. 70-yard run to the house. That boy's not quitting. That would make it 56-42. One score. No, I think I'm off a little bit.
I think
on
it's a
that.
70-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, 55-41 at this point. After that, it'd be 42. No, that's right, 41. 14-point ball game at this point. But can Central get the stop to stay in this football game? We're running out of time here. Timeout here. 55-41. Bobcats got the football back. Here's Tyler Hill throwing. Catches. That's Jacob English, and he's got room. To the 40, to the 30. 20-10. Touchdown, Bobcats. Jacob English making this game a little closer. That's two 70-yard touchdowns in a row. One by Tyler Hill. The next Tyler Hill to Jacob English. And now it is a one-score ball game. Here's the 2-point. Hands it. Reverse. Looking for Tyler Hill on the run. He throws it to him, and he catches it. 2-point conversion. It's a one-score ball game down in El Paso. But one thing they got to do, make a stop, James. Got to make a stop.
Got to make a stop.
Here's a missed tackles. Missed tackles splits him. Breaks it open. Has open space. Is he going to get caught from behind? He does. Down at the 6-yard line, though. Had to get a stop there. Only about 6 minutes left. One-score ball game. Got to make it happen here. Sends his man out. Throws it to him on a jump ball. He does not get it. That was the 2-point conversion after a touchdown. So 61-49. Here's Tyler Hill making something happen. Throws it up. And it is intercepted. Something you never see from Tyler Hill. An interception on a deep ball to Jacob English. And that, my friends, would do it for the Central Bobcat season. James, it's been a good run for the Bobcats. They were magic in a bottle sometimes. What do you got to say about this season that they had?
No, they were fun to watch all season, man. I mean, back when they played Wiley and they had the bomb at the end to Ben Imler, who ran across the field in for the score to put the Bobcats over. That I think everyone's gonna remember that game. But you just got into this race too much. Your defense didn't do enough this year to keep you in these games. And when you try to outscore people, that's gonna happen. Teams aren't gonna let you score at will when they're good teams in the playoffs like that.
All right. Well, here is head coach Kevin Crane on the loss tonight.
Man, did you kind of have a feeling it was going to be a shootout like that?
Yeah, we knew that they had a really good football team and a really good offense, and we felt good coming into the game. We felt like we traveled well and the whole deal. Just they had some explosive plays that hurt us early on,
Like at this time
because of that, we just weren't able to recover.
Tight end number
Coach,
9, Jason
y'all
Bolden.
played hard all game, and especially you hung tough in the second half. What was the message to your guys at halftime?
Just keep fighting. It's kind of like what we've done all year. We continue to fight, we continue to play, and that's what it's all about. I'm proud of our guys. I mean, we fought hard all year and continued to fight all year, and that's what being a Bobcat's all about. So I'm proud
Once
of
again,
them
congratulations
for
to the
doing
Eastern
that.
Troopers, by-district champions. They will be facing
All right, Coach,
Byron Nelson High School.
Let's just
next
talk
week.
about
Date, time,
your
and
feelings on the
location to be
entire year in
determined.
general. Give me a couple words on your team, just on your guys, on Tyler. Just give me your thoughts on them.
Yeah, it was a fun group to coach. It was a good group to coach, a really good group. And so, we're going to miss them, miss the seniors and all the things that they did for our program. And it's a good group of kids. And what I told them here at the end is, obviously that's not the way that we wanted this thing to end. Nobody did. But, we hope that the life lessons that they learned playing football will carry with them, for the rest of their life.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Another season, that's number 2 down for head coach Kevin Crane. Guys, I want to let you know that this show is brought to you by All-American Chevrolet of San Angelo. Right now, for a limited time only until November 12th, used cars on the lot are going for 0% APR financing. That's for up to 36 months. But hey, you need a little more time. 60 months financing, only 2.99% APR financing, and 72 months, only 3.99% APR financing. Shop now. You won't find better rates on used cars anywhere. That's All-American Chevrolet of San Angelo at 203 North Bryant, or call them at 325-203-5435. That's All-American Chevrolet, the fun place to buy a car. All right, James, let's hear what Ryan Chadwick had to say about this, as he is our Bobcat expert down there in he's down there in El Paso. Here he is, Ryan Chadwick.
So the Bobcats, didn't quite finish where we wanted to today. Ended up losing 61-49. Fought hard all game, and what tends to happen in a shootout is, just a lot of points are scored. Bobcats ended up coming back from the 14-point deficit, actually won the second half, but it just ended up quite being enough. They fall tonight 61-49. Turnovers continue to be a problem in the second half, but the defense did get a couple stops. Like I said, Bobcats were catching up in the end, just ran out of time.
They did. That's all they kind of did. They ran out of time. James, they almost had it. They were right there. That if they wouldn't throw the interception, maybe they go score. Maybe they tie up this ball game. It's but also, maybe if, pigs could fly, I guess. But what can you say to kind of, take this in? You don't get to play football anymore if you're somebody who's a senior there. But what can you take in from this memory of what you had to learn and never to give up, I guess?
Hey, it almost isn't, right? Look, Coach Crane said it best about, the things you learn in football. Hey, I think I said, forward. We got one direction we can go. It's the only direction God gave us is forward. It's just put your head down and move on to the next thing. Some of you guys can go off and play college ball somewhere, but it's important just to, those things that have been instilled for you since Pee Wee ball is, keep getting up, keep playing, keep, playing hard, and ultimately the turnover is what doomed him in this one. It's kind of explosive plays, the fake quarterback draws. That's what drew him back in this game. So you get put in a hole and you got to fight out of it. That's just.
It's just how it's football, man.
That's
winners and losers every single week. That's just football. All right, guys, I want you guys to know about Double Dave's Pizza of the Month. If you don't have plans for Thanksgiving yet, this should be your plan. Go down there and get you a Thanksgiving pizza. That's hand-tossed crust. It's got some stuffing on it, brown gravy, diced turkey, mozzarella, onion, and cranberry sauce. You can get all this at Double Dave's Pizza Works. That's in Southwest Plaza at Knickerbocker Road and Sunset. Give them a call today or order online. However you like to order your pizza, order it from Double Dave's. All right, James, you want to knock out some scores before we go?
Sure thing, let's do it.
All right. There was an overtime game that just went final. Brady goes down to Alpine 57-55. Can't ask for any better playoff football than overtime football. And unfortunately for the Concho Valley, Brady loses this one. El Paso Eastwood, San Angelo Central, we showed you that one, 61-49 Eastwood. McCamey and Roscoe, 42-6. Roscoe loses. Brock just, thwarts Iowa Park, 48-0. Westbrook Garden City, we had that game, 72-22. Go check it out at a halftime show. That's a Westbrook win. Cahoma and Childress, 46-20. Childress
That's Wall's
wins.
Next opponent there is Childress.
Childress, all right. So be ready for them Wall Hawks Childress game next week. Bangs, Nakona, 61-21. Bangs, San Angelo TLCA falls to Crane, 55-20.
El Dorado, Albany. Albany won 9-13. Forsan beat Stamford 21-14. Jim Ned beat Pilot Point 41-0. Paradise beat Breckenridge 47-7. Breckenridge, that's a surprise to me. Breckenridge was really good at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they had a decent start,
really
but kind of they kind of declined
the
as the season went on.
Yep. Richland Springs over Zephyr 61-16. Lorraine over Panther Creek 56-0. Benjamin over Motley County 56-6. El Paso Pebble Hills over Odessa or Permian, 45-28.
Remember, Permian had that long run at the beginning of the season where they went undefeated, and now look, first round of the playoffs, they're out.
Yep.
Blanket Cherokee 52-6. Cherokee wins. El Paso Eastlake falls to Friendship. Them and Midland Legacy were the only teams in the Little Southwest Conference that won their playoff game. Blackwell Rising Star 68-40. Blackwell wins. Brownwood, El Paso, Irvin, 63-0 Brownwood. Wall wins off a forfeit. Arion County wins 104-91. Go check that out on the pregame show. Midland Legacy 46, El Paso Franklin. Midland Legacy, like I said, was along with Friendship on the only team to win in the Little Southwest Conference.
Wink beat Cross Plains 60-0. Miles Sterling City beat them by 1 point yesterday in Wall, Texas, 43-42. Sonora over Olney 28-27. Holly over Cristobal 52-8. My alma mater.
There we go. And those are the scores. You can check out some more scores like that at sanangelolive.com/scores. Before we go, guys, I'm going to get our final thoughts. I want to let you guys know about Angelo Bolton Industrial Supply at 808 Warehouse Drive. Go see them if you need any hardware, whether it be nuts or bolts or power tools from Milwaukee and DeWalt. Go see those guys at Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Drive. All right, James, final thoughts.
It is what it is, I guess. It's football. It's West Texas, best football there is out there. So these teams that lost, hey, you're moving on to the new sport, and teams that won are moving on to area. And we'll look forward to next week.
That's right. By district's over. Winners win and losers lose. And tonight we had a few winners, and last night we had a few winners. So we're going to keep following them, so y'all guys stay tuned. We've got plenty of Concho Valley teams still in it, like Sterling City, like Wall, like Sonora. So you got to make sure you come back next Friday to Cover 1. We'll be here at 4, 8, and 10 o'clock. For all of us here at San